So, a second time, another group of prophets, similar again to last Sunday's parable. A second time, the king sent other servants, saying to tell those invited, "Behold, I have prepared my banquet. My calves and fattened cattle are killed, and everything is ready. Come to the feast." Some ignored the invitation and went away, one to his farm, another to his business. The rest laid hold of the servants, mistreated them, and killed them. Very similar to last Sunday's gospel, where they just simply did not accept the king's messengers, God's messengers, the prophets. So, of course, the king, we can't take this literally, the next sentence. The king was enraged and sent his troops, destroyed these murderers, and burned their city. Now that obviously is not the action of God. But again, we need to reflect on what happens to us when we refuse God's invitation to just simply be with God and enjoy God's presence. We can't possibly live except in chaos and searching for something that we can hold on to, something bigger than ourselves, something that provided us with life to begin with and continues to provide us with an abundance by which we can grow in the goodness of God and be people who happily get fulfillment out of sharing God's goodness. And again, Pope Francis continues to call us to see how today we can get fulfillment out of doing all we can to take care of the needy and the deprived. And we know that we have millions of those people in our own country, as rich as we are, as much produce as we can grow. There are millions of children, particularly, who are actually starving, but many millions who are food deprived. And so, again, if we do not listen, do not spend time with God to be renewed, to be refreshed, to be nurtured, life is just simply going to become more and more meaningless. And so where do we find our meaning? In being with God, so that God can reinvigorate us, and then that we can go and find ways to provide for one another, whether they're living next door or what the case may be.